Are you willing to come over or not? Right now. No, you're not. We're not playing this game of, oh, I'm going to come, oh, I'm not going to come.
Can we just wait for the phone
I'm not waiting anymore, sir. I've given you plenty of time.
Yep, I'm here. We're on speed.
Turn around for me, sir. Put your hands behind your back. Don't cross them over for me. There you go. Thank you.
I'm just going to comply.
Polite with you.
Yes, but I'm under arrest.
No, but Garrett, be polite because he's just
I
doing
am
his
trying
job
to be
too.
polite, but it's really hard.
All right, this is a really interesting one. Are the laws for boating under the influence the same as driving under the influence? What about the field sobriety test? There's some interesting legal issues because the law on this changed a few months ago in Florida. So I'll link to the original video in the description, but I'll watch this with you and provide my legal commentary.
Noon. You're in neutral, right, Captain? Okay. Hey, I'm Officer McCormick of Florida Fish and Wildlife. The reason why I'm stopping you, sir, is you're in an idle speed zone, plowing. All that wake that's going by is coming from your boat. You look around here, sir, and you see all the other boats going slow?
There was a sign we missed.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, Captain, since you got a whole bunch of folks on board, and I was the person that I observed operating, I'm going to be dealing straight with you, okay? Can you go ahead?
So it used to be that the police could come on your boat at any time and do a safety inspection and make sure you had life jackets, fire extinguisher, signaling device, and see if you were under the influence. But that changed in July 1st, 2025, when the state of Florida passed the Boater Freedom Act. So now, just as with a car, they can't just pull over everyone and let police go on a fishing expedition, no pun intended. Now, just as with a car, they have to have a reasonable suspicion that you did something wrong in order for them to pull you over. And that's why he mentioned when he pulled up to the boat that they were creating a wake and a no wake zone. So now he's got a probable cause to come on the boat and look for other things.
All right, I appreciate it. Just put the sandwich down. That'll help. So the next thing I need to see is a life jacket for each person and a throwable. And again, I'll have you do that for me. What are you doing now, sir?
For work or?
No, I don't know what you're doing right there on your phone.
I'm looking up the emails I received from your boat.
Okay, but what did I just ask you for instead?
The life jackets as well as...
Yeah, and then I said you can not worry about that for right now. And
You told me this. Here's a life jacket, sir.
yep, I appreciate that.
I was trying to help out. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's going to have to see them all. Yeah. 3, 4. I think we're at 5 total on the boat, including me.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. Have you had anything to drink today?
No, sir.
Not a single drop of alcohol then?
No, sir.
Okay, because I see your eyes, right? I can get the smell of an alcoholic beverage coming from the vessel as well.
I'm not going to lie.
He really wants to give this guy a field sobriety test. And if you were on the road and you were weaving, they could say that's enough probable cause to give you a field sobriety test. But just going fast in a straight line on a boat is not. So he is saying that I see something going on with your eyes, which is ridiculous because it's hard enough to see that with the horizontal gaze nystagmus test with the flashlight staring 2 feet away. But he claims from this distance that he sees something going on. And remember, the boater has only said a few words to him this entire time. So that's not really enough to establish probable cause. So he's using the old I smell alcohol. And if this was a car, they could say like I smell marijuana because your body camera doesn't pick up smell. So it's the officer's word against everyone else.
Me and Kimberly are a little.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, me and Kim have been a little.
Okay.
She brought her friends out. This is my brother being my second-hand man on the boat.
Yeah.
We
All
brought them out to have a good time.
All right. So here's what I'd ask for you to do then. If you'd be willing to step over to my boat, we'll perform standard field sobriety tests to make sure that you're safe to operate. If you are, I have you on your way.
It's kind of a trick question.
No trick question. It's as simple as that. You have a choice.
I know.
So I'm asking you again one last time. Are you willing to step over to perform field sobriety tests to make sure that you're safe to operate? If you don't, then I have to base an arrest decision on what I observed today so far.
He doesn't have enough to arrest him, in my opinion, based on what he saw today. So he wants the field sobriety test. And as I've said before in other videos, the 2 hills that I'm willing to die on is no one should ever take a field sobriety test, and doctors are doctors and chiropractors are not.
So just a simple question.
I come from a family of lawyers, so I'm feeling
I'm not trying to entrap you.
I feel trapped, honestly.
I'm asking you just a simple question, sir.
I promise you, I am totally capable of taking this boat right back
Okay.
to Jerry's dockside. But without a lawyer present, I feel somewhat subjugated to step onto your boat and surrender the rights.
You're not surrendering any rights.
But I am. Certainly.
No, sir. So when you operate a vessel in the state of Florida, there's a thing called implied consent. Am I correct, Officer Wilkins?
What's that?
Implied consent?
Yeah. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not getting taken advantage of.
You're not getting taken advantage of, sir.
So as I said, he doesn't look confused and he's not slurring his words. There's nothing to indicate that he's impaired. He's a little douchey, but that's not a crime. And I don't know if the officer is lying or he's just mistaken, but the implied consent law applies to boats and vehicles, and that's requiring you to take a breathalyzer if you've been arrested. It doesn't require you to take a voluntary field sobriety test because a voluntary field sobriety test is voluntary. It's right in the name.
Literally asking you,
Can you tell
if
me
you
what's
step
gonna
over,
happen once I step on your boat?
we'll perform standard field sobriety tasks. If I see no signs of impairment from the indicators suggest impairment, then I send you on your way.
And if I refuse it, then what happens?
Then I have to make a decision based on my observations up to this point.
When it goes on paper,
What does that mean?
I don't understand what you mean when it goes on paper, sir.
Well, what if someone else were to take over and get us to the dock?
That doesn't fix the point at this point, because we are at where we're at right now. You were the person that was observed operating the vessel.
I come from a family of lawyers.
Okay, so are you coming over or not?
What does the
Are
field
you-
sobriety test
I
consist
mean,
of?
I guess you have to do the
Yeah,
sobriety test.
You don't have to. It's your choice.
But does it put me in a worse spot than
No, I mean, he's
you
gonna
just arrest
Listen,
me?
let me tell you this.
do it, otherwise
You
he's
said you're going to arrest me if I don't.
I have to make an arrest decision based on the observations
Wait.
that I've seen.
An arrest?
Based on the observation, this guy is speaking more clearly than the officer, so I would give the officer the field sobriety test. But based on solely what you've seen now with the boat driving in a straight direction, a little too fast, and this guy speaking, would you think that he has enough to arrest him for boating under the influence? If not, and he takes the field sobriety test, now they will have enough to arrest him for BUI.
So,
I got to call somebody.
I'm just telling you, are you coming over or not, sir?
No, I'm going to call
All right, then you are placed under arrest.
Wait.
Go ahead, put your phone down, grab your stop.
Sir,
Grab your life jacket out of here, put the life jacket on for me, and then you're coming over here.
You need to call my father.
I'm calling you
Grab the life jacket out of the boat, put your life jacket on.
He's
They
calling
can help
your
you if
attorney
they.
right now. Yeah, your dad's calling your
Good.
attorney. Okay, he's talking to the
Badge number?
I'll give you all that. P229.
P229.
Excuse me, sir. What does the field sobriety test consist of?
It's a
I tried to ask
standardized
that and I didn't get the answer.
standardized tasks.
Standardized
Which
test
entails of
in regulation to road sobriety test.
There's a waterborne version as well.
There's a waterborne version of a field sobriety test that is similar or not to the road sobriety.
Are you coming over?
Sir,
you have to answer the question.
I don't have to
That's my
answer this.
representation.
I don't have to
he
answer
is
this lady's
not
question.
Would you-
he is
I've
completely
asked. I've
ignoring
given you
what
the
I'm
opportunity
saying.
right now.
What is-
Same as a road sobriety
What
test.
does the boating operation field sobriety test consist of?
Okay.
You'll have to do a bunch of different hand-eye coordination tasks.
I'm just scared.
No, your dad said he's calling your lawyer right now. He'll call you back in 2 seconds. I don't know if you want to wait 2 seconds or yeah. Your dad said he'll call you
these
back
guys
right
are
now.
pretty
Just
nice.
take us towards Jerry Dockside, please.
I don't have the time and patience to be standing here waiting for somebody else to call it back.
Exactly.
I've given you the
There's a
options.
bigger problem out there.
And I
And now-
presented you with everything that I had to have on a boat to operate it.
Are you willing to come over or not? Right now. No, you're not. We're not playing this game of, oh, I'm going to come, oh, I'm not going to come.
Can we just wait for the phone
I'm not
call?
waiting anymore, sir. I've given you plenty of time.
Yep, I'm here. We're on speaker with the sheriff here. I was causing an awakening area that honestly I wasn't familiar with. And he pulled me over. And we went through the boating certifications. I had all of it. We went through the life jackets, the fire extinguishers, all here. And he wants me to do a field sobriety test. If I deny it, he's putting me under arrest.
No, I said I would.
I feel like he's gonna get me.
Still under arrest?
Yes.
So it's the same thing? Question mark? Honestly,
especially on the water while rocking. I will take the arrest rather than the field.
Hang up the phone,
test.
sir.
I'm not hanging up.
All right, we'll put the phone down then.
Larson's got my back on that.
I will know sobriety test and just take whatever this officer suggests, because at the end of the day.
So I gave you the option. You can come over, do standard field sobriety test, or if you don't, then I have to make a decision on whether or not to arrest you based on my current observations.
Based on my field sobriety test, though, you will be able to arrest me in the case of.
But what is the current observation?
Okay, go ahead, step over for me. Turn around for me, sir. Put your hands behind your back. Don't cross them over for me. There you go. Thank you.
I'm just gonna comply.
I appreciate that. I'm being polite with you.
I'm putting under arrest.
I'm being polite with you.
Yes, but I'm under arrest.
No, but Garrett, be polite, because he's just
I
doing
am
his job
trying to
too.
be polite, but it's really hard.
Come on in here and have a seat.
Yes, sir.
Watch your head as you step in and watch your foot too.
He's not that tall.
All right, have a seat right there for me.
Wait, so I have a question. Is this a full arrest, or is this just a detention?
No, he's been arrested.
This is an arrest, not a detention?
He's been arrested. Ma'am.
Okay, I was just wondering.
I'm now requesting that you submit to a law.
Detention is not a thing. I'm pretty sure she's been drinking, but he's shown no evidence of that so far, in my opinion.
Lawful test of your breath for the purpose of determining its alcohol content. Will you take the test?
I already thought that I declined that.
That was the standard field sobriety test,
Which is,
not the breath test.
I think I need to decline everything.
So it's just a yes. So tell me just yes or no. I'll read the question again. Will you take the test?
I want a lawyer.
Oh, I'm not asking you incriminating questions right now. I'm just asking you, will you take the test?
And I'm presenting the answer of I'll take my lawyer.
So that's I'll assume then refusal on that question, as it being a no, that you will not take the test.
I will take my lawyer at this time.
Okay, so I'm going to say no.
You assume that.
Well, it's either yes or no, sir. I'm now requesting that you submit to a lawful test of your breath for the purpose of determining its alcohol content. Will you take the test?
So although the field sobriety tests are voluntary with this or a car, once you've been arrested, there's something called the implied consent law, which says that if you have been arrested, not before that, you are required to submit to a breathalyzer. And if you refuse, you can get your driver's license suspended.
Test. Yes or no?
I will take my lawyer.
No.
So that's where the video ends. And as I said, there's some interesting legal issues there. And in my opinion, field sobriety tests are basically junk science. They're very difficult to pass, even if you haven't been drinking. So one of the tests is standing on one leg for 30 seconds. And if you put your foot down, that looks very bad on camera. But even if you stand on one leg for the entire 30 seconds, one of the reasons that they can fail you on that portion of the test is if you sway too much side to side to keep your balance. So I would challenge anyone, even if you haven't been drinking, to stand in front of a mirror for 30 seconds, film yourself, and play it back and think, if you were on a jury, would you think that person was drinking? So obviously standing on one leg and the walk and turn, you can't do that on a boat. So you would do the horizontal gaze nystagmus test, again, which is junk science. And then they would give you other tests like the touch your nose and some other things that you do with your hands, which are, and those hand tests that they make you do, you never see officers on the highway do it because they're even less reliable than the junk science that exists with the field sobriety test. So I don't think they had enough to arrest him. and taking the field sobriety test would make things worse. Once they do arrest you, as I said, under the implied consent law, you would have to do it. And if you refuse, you can get your license suspended. But having your license suspended is much worse than having a DUI conviction. So this guy did the smart thing by refusing to take it, especially since it doesn't look like the officer had enough evidence to make a BUI arrest. If you saw the two of them talking and played back the recording and said, which one of these guys do you think is drunk? You would probably say neither, or you would say the officer. So I think he'll get off from this. But as I mentioned, the law changed in 2025. So my brother used to have a boat in Florida. And I remember the first time I went boating with him, this boat starts coming towards us. And I didn't have my glasses on and it wasn't flashing the signs. So my brother said, we're about to be boarded. And I said, you mean like pirates? And he said, no, they're just a safety inspection. So I was ready to throw down, but nothing happened. And this is why you should have someone like me when you go fishing or camping or anything like that, because even if I don't know what's going on, I got your back and I'm there for it. So anyway, prior to July of 2025, they used to be able to board your boat for no reason and do that safety inspection where you would need one life preserver for every person, but that changed a few months ago, and now they need reasonable suspicion that you committed a violation to come on board, and that thing with the wake was the excuse that he needed. So if you're close to the shore, there are manatees in Florida, and that's why you're not allowed to go fast, because the propeller hits the manatees and can kill them. And that was the excuse to board. And the rules for boating under the influence are very similar to driving under the influence. So it's the person that's in control of the boat. And in a previous video, I mentioned that if you fall asleep in your car and you're not driving, but you're drunk, they can still charge you with DUI because you're in control of the car. So you have the car keys, you're in the driver's seat. They can charge you with DUI even if you haven't moved the vehicle. And the same holds true with boating. There's plenty of people that they've arrested and prosecuted and convicting for sleeping on their boat while drunk, because, you know, even if you haven't moved the boat, if you're on the boat and you have the keys and you're drunk, those are the elements. You're in control of the vessel and they can convict you for that. So anyway, I thought this was a really interesting one because you usually see DUI videos, you don't see BUI videos. And honestly, I didn't know a ton about it until I saw this video and I started looking into it. And since the law has changed a few months ago, I thought it would be really interesting to go over this and dissect it. So let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think this was a good arrest? Do you think he should have submitted to the field sobriety test or the breathalyzer? And like and subscribe so you'll see future videos like this when I update them. And since I'm a lawyer, I'll give you the disclaimer. I'm a lawyer, but I'm not your lawyer. And these videos are for educational and informational purposes only. They're not legal advice. And if you have a legal question in your own state, you should seek qualified counsel in your own state. Have a great day, everyone.